So I am making this video for future me because it's the end of June and it's hot and the garden has a lot of work right now and it's so wild. But I was walking around this morning after doing a lot of work, sweating, and just realizing how much I loved my garden. So we had our tree taken down yesterday. So today is June 28th. We had our tree taken down yesterday and ground out, and I used everything that was ground to help repopulate the walkways to keep the weeds down. And now I can walk through again. But I have onions. Look at these. Look at these onions. Getting ready to pop out. I don't know if future me, can you see this? Onions. Red onions. I have white onions. I started these from seeds. I have hard-fought cucumbers growing, finally, after fighting with the rabbits, and finally putting up some protection around the base with chicken wire so that they couldn't eat the roots or the new growth. They're finally growing. I have cucumbers growing here and here. I have nasturtiums that are attracting the pollinators. I have peppers in here that are starting to grow. And I'm pretty sure I planted everything too close together, but it's an experiment. And they're still growing, and I'm still getting pepper flowers. So I have volunteer basil from last year that I literally picked out of the dirt in front of the bed and planted, and it grew, and now it's flowering, and it smells amazing. And more peppers back here coming. I have marigolds. I have an entire bed of volunteer tomatoes. I did not plant one of these. I did not start one of these tomatoes in my house. And I've pulled up so many, and I need to pull these, but I can't bring myself to do it yet. I have basil for basil tea, along with more nasturtiums and more volunteer tomatoes that are making a try in this bed. I have, what else do I have? I have volunteer, actually this is where I prune my tomatoes, and I'm doing a little experiment to see if I can get them to root and grow here. These are just suckers that I pruned off, and they were pretty big, so I just stuck them in the ground to see if they would grow. The volunteer holy basil is growing. I have cilantro that's self-seeded from last year that's getting flowers on it. I have beans that I finally got to start sprouting, that I have to come back in this bed because the rabbits ate those a good 3 times, but I was more worried about the cucumbers than the beans, so I focused on those. I have garlic that I'm harvesting right now. I just harvested about 5 or 6 of those. I have watermelon that are growing. I have beets that grew from seed tape that we made in February. Look at these. There's some beets down there. Some of them are big. Let's see if I can find a big one. Oh, there's a big one right there. Let me see that. More volunteer tomatoes. I'm starting to be able to tell by smelling the leaves. That's basil. I can't tell if it's a weed or if it's basil until I smell it. With more tomatoes over here that are growing. I have Kajari melons that I grew from seeds that I saved from last year's fruit. That was another first, saving seeds. I have another volunteer tomato that I cannot bring myself to take down yet. I have eggplant, more peppers. I have a volunteer bed over here from where I'm repurposing, getting ready to put up my birdie's bed. But those are, I'm pretty sure, tomatoes and brown cherries that self-seeded from last year. So all of this mess has to be cleaned up, similar to how this was. And it's a lot of work. And I think future me is going to want to know how much I love it out here. So, on a hot, muggy, cloudy, late June morning, I'm out here loving this creation. And I hope that on a cold day in December or January, when I'm wondering whether or not I want to do this again, this will help me. Welcome to your garden.